To turn spreadsheet data into calendar events without any manual entry, open your Google Sheets spreadsheet and make sure you have columns set up for event name, date, start time, end time, location, and description, with at least one row of sample data filled in. From there, click Extensions, then Add-ons. Then get Add-ons to open the Google Workspace Marketplace and search for a calendar integration tool like Calendar Events Creator, Sheet to Calendar, or Eventomatic. Choose the one that looks best to you, click Install, select your Google account, review the permissions it asks for. These add-ons need access to your Google Calendar and Sheets to do their job, and then click Allow. Once it's installed, go back to Extensions, find your new add-on in the list, click Open or Launch, and if prompted, sign in and select the specific Google Calendar you want to use. The add-on will then show you your spreadsheet. Pick the worksheet that contains your events, and you'll see a mapping screen where you tell it which column holds the event title, which holds the date, which holds the start time, and so on. Double check that each field matches the correct column heading, then click the button that says Create Events or something similar. The add-on will process each row and build those events into your Google Calendar. Open Google Calendar in a new tab, look at the dates you entered, and confirm that the events show up exactly as you intended. That's the whole workflow, and you just completed it. Now, why does this work without any coding? The add-on acts as a bridge between the two services, reading each row of your spreadsheet as a set of instructions and translating it into the data fields that Google Calendar expects. The key is that your spreadsheet acts as a master list. You can add, change, or remove rows there, and then rerun the add-on to update your calendar. Most of these tools will let you preview the events before they're created, so you can catch mistakes like a date formatted as text or a missing time. A common pitfall is having dates stored in a non-standard format. Google Sheets needs dates to be recognized as actual date values, not plain text. If you type February 5th as text, the add-on might not read it correctly, so always use a proper date format like February 5th, 2025 or February 5th, 2025 and set the cell type to date. The same goes for times. Use 9 a.m. or 14 o'clock, not just 9 without a colon. If your spreadsheet uses a 24-hour clock, that works fine too, as long as it's consistent. Another thing to watch for is the location and description fields. If you leave them empty, the add-on will simply skip those fields in the calendar event, which is perfectly fine. You don't need to fill every column. But if you do include them, make sure the column name matches exactly what the add-on expects. Some add-ons let you map a column to guest emails. So if you have a column of email addresses for attendees, you can include that and have the add-on automatically send invitations. That's an advanced move, but it works the same way. Map the column and the add-on handles the rest. One best practice is to test with just a few events first. Enter 3 or 4 rows, run the add-on, and verify those events appear correctly. This way, if something is misaligned, say you accidentally mapped the date column to the end time field, you only have a handful of events to delete, not 100. Once you're confident, you can add the rest of your data and run it again. Most add-ons will let you rerun the import as many times as you like, and many will skip duplicates if they detect an event with the same title and date already exists. But that behavior varies, so check the add-on's description. If you need to share the spreadsheet with a colleague who also manages the calendar, they can install the same add-on on their account, or you can share the sheet with edit permissions and they can run the process from their end. The add-on works per user, so each person who wants to create events needs to install it under their own Google account and authorize it. Now you might be wondering how this compares to using Google Apps Script, which is the code-based approach. The add-on method is faster to set up, requires no programming, and is much easier to hand off to someone else. The downside is that you rely on a third-party tool, so you have to trust its permissions and its maintenance. If you ever want to automate this further, say trigger the event creation automatically whenever you add a new row, you'd need to move to AppScript. But for most scheduling tasks, from project deadlines and meeting schedules to employee shifts, content calendars, class schedules, and event planning, the add-on route is perfectly sufficient and saves you hours of manual clicking. To summarize, you now have a complete, repeatable method. Prepare your spreadsheet with proper columns and formatted data. Install a calendar add-on from the marketplace. Map your columns and create events in one click. If you ever need to add a new event later, just add a row to your spreadsheet. Open the add-on again and run the create process. It will pick up only the new rows and leave the existing events alone, depending on the add-on settings. If you found this helpful, save the video or bookmark this page so you can revisit the steps whenever you need to sync a new batch of events. Thanks for following along.